New Year, back at it. I say New Year, it's halfway through the month now, January. It's been a while. Good Christmas? Wonderful. What we're doing, I've got a few things today on this episode. First off though, what I want to show you, I went down to rudiemods down in South Woodham Ferrers before Christmas and got myself one of these. If you're ever in the Essex area and you want car tuning bits, etc., stereo installs, exhaust wheels, steering wheels, check them out. Rudiemods. They've got an eBay shop, Facebook, Insta and all that. But check this out. For the Mini, look at this. A genuine cherry bomb slash cut rather than the, was it flared end, rounded end? But yeah, that's going to go on the back of the Mini. Genuine cherry bomb. Oh, just screams 90s, doesn't it? That is very cool. Very cool. A way off getting that fitted, but one of those impulse things. I want a cherry bomb. You see it on the shelf. So that will go into storage and eventually we will get that fitted. But like I say, it's on the shelf now. Very cool. And yeah, rudiemods. Well, I'll put a link up, put their website name up there. Check them out. Real friendly people. Cherry bomb. Find a home for that. It'll just go here for now. Anyway, what else have we got? That's what I wanted to show you guys. New bits for Christmas for the Mini as well. So we've got some. Be careful with these. I don't want to ruin them. There's two there, isn't there? Yeah, here we go. Look. Headlamp peaks. The headlamps. Very cool. Probably going to run like LED lights as well, but I think they're super cool then. On aluminium gear knob. 4-speed. And also, a bit of safety. I'm going to hide up a battery cutout in there. I'm not going to tell you where it will be fitted, but there will be one fitted. A little bit extra security. Obviously it's classic car, desirable. I don't want people breaking in and nicking it, just driving off. So got myself a battery cutout. There'll be other physical security devices fitted, but that's very cool. So that was some of my Christmas presents. Again, these will go into storage for a bit until they're needed. But it's more parts. When I get to that bit, I can just fit them, wire them up, etc. Screw the knob on. So, running out of space here. I'm going to put those over here. Put some more stuff over there. Anyway, very cool. What I want to do today is actually RC cars. Now, I've got the boy an RC car for Christmas. Took it out with mine and here we have it. Look at the front end of this. That's all smashed. Don't know how well you can see that, but that's all supposed to be fixed. That's not broken bolts. That is snapped, the mountings. That's supposed to be fixed there, but it's not. And this wheel here, it's only a 3D, one I 3D printed, is actually split as well. So that'll have to be changed. I've got some other proper ones there. But basically what had happened, launched this off a skate ramp and we nosedived and it obviously just snapped that off. Happens. Got some good eye. I'll see if I can get the clip. It wasn't focused on this one when it happened, so you sort of see it in the background, but we'll see. But anyway, so that's what we're going to do today. Now, this is an Acme Bullet. You can't buy these new anymore, and parts are thin on the ground at best. Now, I think I've said before, I have another one, which previously broke, so that's not going to work. But looking at it, I might be able to use some bits off the old front suspension, some bits off the old back suspension, and get a working car at least. Now, oh yeah, it's not going to be easy. I know this. It's going to be a bit of a tricky job, long-winded job this. So I'll get some of it done today, and some another day probably. But that's what we're going to be cutting in and out today. Also, other things. Got a uprated servo, steering servo. Don't lose the. Now we tried this on. Is this the one? Yes, an FTX Carnage, which we bought the boy, and it kept cutting out. The steering would just stop. You'd have to turn it off and on, and then it would be fine again. Now I don't know if that's because we're running standard battery or powertrain on that, so there wasn't enough power to run this, or whether there's a fault with that. Now my one, I am running 2S, which if you don't know it, the S stands for the volts. So that's 2S is 7.4 volts, which is a lot more powerful than his running. So I'm going to try this servo in mine once it's all done. If it still cuts out, then I know that's faulty. I'll just chuck it in the bin. That was a waste of 15 quid. If it does work, it should pep up my steering a bit. So we'll see. Anyway, that's what we're going to do today. I'm going to make a start on this, and we'll keep coming back as I see fit. So I've got the wheels off. Show you a bit better now how well that had split. Now I'm no genius or anything when it comes to 3D printing, so I found this pattern online and printed it. Looking at it, probably should have increased the infill, the density of it, but yeah, as you can see, it's just like a radial split all the way around. So if I take that off, so that's it there, and as you can see, there's still a bit stuck in there. So obviously that bit was glued really well, and that bit wasn't. So that's what's happened there. So, like I say, I've got the original wheels here, these white ones. Also at work, my co-worker brought in a massive bag of various fitting wheels for 1/8, 1/10 RC cars, etc. So that's very cool, but I'm not going to worry about that now. Gonna start cracking on with stripping this front end down on this one. Cool, that's taking a battering right there as well. I think obviously it bent the whole thing. Yeah, so strip down the front end of this, and then strip down. I might put those alley wishbones back on. Actually, get the alley wishbones on and strip down the back end of that. And yeah, give it a we can give it a rip once it's done. But that's where we're at. Oh, I have something very cool to show you. If I remember on this video, or get it. It's out in the car at the moment. I don't want to go get that. It's very cool. A couple of minutes in now, and what I've already done now is managed to get the whole front assembly off of the chassis. That looks pretty. It looks bent, but I don't know if it's just. I mean, it could be. If it is bent, I'll check it with the other one. And if it is bent out of shape, what I'll have to do is strip the whole of this one and use that chassis. Yeah, if I have to do that, I have to do that. But we'll see. Like I say, that's the front end off, just some screws. What I can do, I'll get a brush in there, give it a good clean as I'm going along. And yeah, well, I've just noticed, just remembered, I've got some double-sided tape. What I'm going to have to do is get the ESC and the power button stuck in place. They've come out, and a general neaten up really. Get the receiver stuck in as well. Yeah, it's going well. I've now discovered a bit more stripping down. So one of the bottom arm pins is bent. I don't know how well you can see that. That's a struggle to get out. That's got to be replaced. Again, I've got the spare. And also on the bottom wishbone, if I just I'll just remove this, I'll show you better. Love power tools, don't you? It just makes everyone's life easier. How does that just hops off. So where that bent thing goes and the bottom wishbone, that's snapped off as well. So obviously when it landed, it's jarred. Well, I say that could have happened at any other time, to be fair. So got to change the bottom wishbone. So got to go with the alley upgrades anyway. Like I said, I hadn't even noticed. So depending on how long that's been broken, it was running fine. If that happened on the crash, I didn't notice. If it happened before the crash, I've been ragging it around. Broken, so it wasn't a big deal, but there we go. Got to change that. No big deal. Looks like I'll just put an Allen key in there, unscrew that. That's all good. So we'll have going for some upgrades again today. See, these are the the casings, and as you can just see at the top here, they're just smashed off. So they look like they are the same as the rear mountings. Took the diff out. Now I've got to be careful because I bet you can fit that the wrong way. And then yeah, it's just in a world of hurt then. So I've positioned that so I know how that goes back in. So that's where we're at now, but this is always the thing, isn't it? You start looking, start repairing and find more and more. As you can see, the tower here that holds the front suspension, that's bent. So I mean, that's only aluminium. Might get away with carefully, bit of heat and just straighten it up in the vise. If not, I will have a look at the other one, but I think that's bent as well. So we'll be choosing the lesser of two evils on that one. But we'll see how we get on. I will just take, there's the bits that are broken off there. So obviously they sat on, I don't know, like that. No, like, I don't know, like that. And obviously they've snapped off there. So I'll get these off. I will then, well, I'll just, yeah. You know, the rear one I've just taken off. The same as a front. Oh, it's very similar. Let's try that one. This would be the same. Oh, I'll tell you what. We are. There's a. There's some differences. If you look at the profile, it's a lot smoother here on the broken one than that one. But do you know what? If I need to, die grinder out, I can take stuff away. That's not what you want to do, is it? Drop it. No, I mean, it's only plastic, but I think I might get away with this. It's looking, what does that say? A, C, okay. I think we might be in luck here. Anyway, we'll give it a go. And we'll see. I'm getting quite a collection of bust plastic bits. This is the state of the donor car now. There's the motor. I think that's quite a good motor, to be honest. That's a brushed motor. Pinion gear. I don't actually know how quick that is. That might be a cheeky little upgrade for the FTX Carnage. We'll see. But yeah, that's the state we're in now of the parts car. Whole purpose I bought it was to use it as a parts car. So what we're going to try now, reassemble this with that bit onto there, and let's do it live. Can I do it live? Yeah, that'll go on there, that'll go on there. In there is, how are we looking? In there. That will bolt on there. Oh, yes, yes. I think we're going to be in luck, you know. I think this is going to work. Which is good. We'll get what I did discover, the pin for this bottom wishbone was bent. And oh, thinking about it, that's what broke before, which is why I bought the parts car. So yeah, of course that one's bent. So, but yeah, we're getting quite a selection of bent stuff now, but I can start building this up, checking everything, making sure it's all good. I'm feeling quite confident that we're going to get a nice little car together. Happy days. Little pin. Oh, it was a little pin. Anyway, let's get back together. Apart from this, like the bash guard here, on the replacement part, not the new part, though, from the rear, there isn't a screw hole for it. So that's it. Everything else, we've got the shocks on. That's all good. Need a bit of moving. They're a bit stiff. There we go. But yeah, the shocks all move. Sway bars in. The drive shaft's in. It's all good. So yeah, apart from not being able to get this little plastic bumper cover on, I'm happy. So I've got to get that back in the chassis now. Reconnect it all. Make sure to get the drive shaft or prop shaft in. I've done that before. And yeah, we'll be good to go. So let's crack on with that. Getting there now. Just carefully removing some of this old double-sided tape. There we go. So let me show you. Front end back on. I've now got that steering servo in place as well, so I can test that. Just to get some double-sided tape, get the ESC down, the receiver down, the little on-off switch, get that in, and then wheels, obviously. I have just had it switched on. When you reconnect the servos, obviously you want to know it's central. The last thing you want to do is connect it all up, turn it all on, and then it centralises itself but puts your wheels out. So I have centralised it, so that's done already. And I did give it a quick blip of the throttle just to check that all wheels rotate the same direction. I hadn't at some point got confused and turned the diff upside down. So that's good as well. So yeah, we're getting there now. Last few things, and then what I'll do, put it together, and just out in the garden, we'll just drive it around, make sure it's all working all right. But yeah, it's coming together. Win-win. Excellent stuff. There we go then. All back together. Not too sure about that tape. I don't know if it's the temperature, the cold, that tape. So try it on the garden and we'll see how it goes. I'm not going to put the body on right now, and then I've got to have a clear up in here. As you can see, wheels, bit mismatched. What it is, they all need new foams and re-gluing anyway, so I've sort of chosen the best of a bad bunch, as it were. OCD, matching axles. So yeah, let's try it in the garden, see how it works. Obviously I can't take it for a massive rip, but yeah, let's try it out, see if it works, and then I can have a quick tidy up and all good. As a result then, innit? All good, all seems good. I can't take it for a full rip in there, tiny garden. But yeah, that's good. It all seems to be working as it should. So as a result, some of maybe tomorrow, actually yeah, take it tomorrow. Big playing fields, absolutely give it a rip around and see how it really gets on. But for now, positive, so that's good. I'll do now, have a quick tidy up. I'll show you the mountain of bits that were broken on it. And then what I'll try and do is remember that thing I was going to show you. I'll put that there. That's out of the way. So here you go then. These are the broken bits. Yeah, that one and that one were broken from the front. This was the broken one from before. That's the bit, the shock tower bit I broke. These are the bent arms. And that's the bit I discovered was broken, even though I didn't know it was. So, actually not as much as I thought there was. But yeah, all good. Here, got a good diff, so that can go in my pot of stuff. Oh, that was the other bit there, and the broken wheel, look. So, a few bits broken, but yeah, it's all good. Back in the house now. It's warm in here, it's lovely. I can't show you that bit, I left it at work. It's not in the car, it's at work. So I'll have to try and remember to bring it home or do a video there with it. But anyway, I'm not going to let anything on, but I ain't got it, so I can't show you. Anyway, that's the end of this week's video, this month's. Try and do them weekly, I said, but here we are about 3 weeks after Christmas and this is the first one. That's the end of it. Stay tuned for another one.